Hi, today I'm going to talk about one of the basic life skills, and that is cooking. It is so important that I feel that irrespective of whether you are a man or a woman, or a boy or a girl, everybody should learn to cook. And it has been said that good cooking is an art form, and who doesn't like a good meal? Everybody, all of us want to have good food and good meal. Now, learning to cook, it teaching children the basics of cooking, it not only helps them in understanding about the food, but it also helps them in developing 21st century skills, that is critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. The problem that we face today in today's world is we talk about, different kinds of street food, or we talk about junk food, but we fail to teach our children how to cook. Now, if we are teaching our children how to cook and our children learn about cooking, they will automatically learn about nutrition. They will understand what are the ingredients that go into making a dish or a recipe, and then they will understand whether it is healthy for them and what is healthy for them and what is not healthy for them. So once our children understand about nutrition, about balanced diet, and what are the ingredients, what are the things that are good for us, they will go and eat those food which are healthy for them. Today's world is faced with lots of lifestyle diseases which are, children see lots of advertisements, and so many things are available in the market, that and they are so tasty. Off the market it is available, and most of the food are processed. It has got the amount of sodium and amount of sugar in them is too much, which is not good for the growing children, and it is not good for their overall health. So we have to make our children understand what is nutrition, what is nutritional food, what are the food that are good for them, what are the food that will cause diseases, and it will also solve, if our children learn the ingredients and learn to cook by themselves, it will also solve one of the major problems that all countries are facing, and that is obesity. Now, second important thing that happens when one learns about cooking is that actually it helps us to make connection to the broader world. Now, if you ask me how it happens in the way that once you see a certain kind of a food, and children know what are the ingredients that go into making that, or children or even adults. Now they will ask themselves, where does the food come from? I have seen in my experience many adults, they are not able to make difference between chana dal and tur dal. They are not able to differentiate between different kinds of vegetables. They are not able to make difference between different kinds of spices that go into making our food so special. So once our children get into the kitchen and get to see the vegetables, the fruits, the spices, the lentils, and all these kinds of things that go into making a meal, go into making a recipe, they will ask themselves, where is the food coming from? Is the food coming from the supermarket or from where else? Second thing they will ask is, what is the history of this recipe? There are, different kinds of pickles that are made, different kinds of sauces that are made different kinds of recipes that are made from the same kind of vegetables or the same kind of ingredients. The ingredients will be same, but the way it is made in different parts of the country or different parts of the world is different. In India alone, we have so many states, and in every state we have different kind of food and different kind of taste, though the ingredients may be the same. So this is another important thing that the children learn by learning about cooking. Next thing is that children learn, that food is so important for us, and they understand that they should not waste food. So once you yourself are making, you are the creator of that recipe, you will not want to waste the food that you prepare. So I have seen in marriages and functions that we attend, we see, there will be a buffet and people will fill their plates with lots of food, wanted, unwanted, everything. And then finally, if they are not able to eat it, they will go and throw it away, which actually should not happen. So this will not happen if children understand the value of food and what are the ingredients that go into it and how much you have to pay for getting those ingredients and that go into making our recipes. So this is one very important thing, that as even national education policy and the national curriculum framework also talks about making our children, giving holistic education to our children. So it's not only important to teach our children about other subjects, it is important to teach our students about cooking, which is a very, very important life skill. Once they study and they are able to make their own food, they become very self-confident also, that they can go to any part of country, they can make food for themselves, and not only for themselves, they can also help their friends, and then they can also have a good meal and serve others and have good company. So cooking, learning to cook is always a skill that is very, very important. And here I would like to address the women and the men, that is the parents, that it is not only the job of the girls to learn to cooking, but also we must teach our boys and not call our betas like, this is my Raja beta, he doesn't know, and feel proud that your child is not understanding anything about the food, and say that I never allow my boy to get into the kitchen. Instead of that, say that I have taught my boy cooking as I am teaching my girl child, the same way I am teaching my boy also, and make them feel proud about cooking. So it is, I feel that it is, there should be a change in the way our society looks at cooking, and not think that it is only a girl's job to do the cooking or the women's job to do the cooking, because nowadays we see, most of the girls, they are as educated or even more educated than the boys, and they are earning good salaries, and they get into, they kind of do the equal work. The mental work that they do is equal to the work that the men do. So when it comes to cooking, why is it that only it is a responsibility of the girl to do the cooking? So let us teach our children and bring out a new generation. Let us teach our children 21st century skills and bring out a new generation where both the girls and the boys, they learn how to cook. Now, when I'm talking about cooking and when I talk about having a life skill, and it is an art and everything that, then I'm not only addressing the Indian cuisine, I am also talking about different cuisines that we find around the world. For example, many of us are aware of the Chinese food. So we all like to go to the restaurant and have a Chinese food or something like that. Why not learn to do the cooking, Chinese cooking at home? Why not find out what are the ingredients that go into making a Chinese dish? So not only that, Chinese, Japanese, Mediterranean, or any kind of any place that we go, even Middle Eastern food is very good. And in my case, I think I have tasted most of the cuisine. So let us also introduce our children to different kind of cuisine and tell them that in different places, different kinds of vegetables and different kinds of ingredients are used to make delicious dishes, beautiful dishes. And today here I am to I'll be making a dish that is known as guacamole, which is a Mexican dish. And the ingredients that goes into the major two ingredients that goes into making guacamole is, these are the two major ingredients, and this is avocado. This is actually a fruit, and these are jalapenos. See, it looks like our green chilies, but look at the size of this. These are jalapenos. I have 2 jalapenos here and 2 avocados. Before I go into making this very nutritional, and not only nutritional, it's very tasty also. Because before I go into making this dish of guacamole, which is a Mexican dish, recently I have learned how to make this dish. I would like to talk about the nutritional facts about this avocados. These avocados are actually found in many places around the world, but the major producer of this avocado is Mexico. About 45% of the world's production of avocados happens in Mexico. And this can be definitely considered as a superfood for everybody, for elderly people, for small children, and for young people also, for everybody. And different kinds of dishes can be prepared with this avocados. And why is it called a superfood? It is called a superfood because the fiber content is too high. And because the fiber content is very high, it is very easy to digest, and it is very good for our digestive health. And it has got lots of different kinds of vitamins, vitamin K, vitamin E, and lots of vitamin B. So it is it is a very, very good, it's full of nutrients. And then it has got fats, but the fats are healthy fats. It has got polyunsaturated fats, which are very good for our heart health, cardiovascular health, for reducing blood pressure, and many other benefits. So the major benefits are that it is full of vitamins and minerals. It has got major minerals also in them. It has got lots of fiber. It is full of healthy monounsaturated fats. And these are jalapenos, and this is it is we can also call it a chili pepper. And this is also full of vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin A, etc. are present in this. So today I'll be making a very very tasty dish, which is known as guacamole with this. So now I'll go into the kitchen and we will make guacamole. Here I am going to make Mexican dish, and that is guacamole. I have already told you the major ingredients. In addition to that, the major ingredients are avocado and jalapeno pepper. In addition to that, we require this is garlic. I peeled it and kept, 1 onion and half lemon, and little bit of salt, pepper, and this is optional actually. These are roasted peppers. have transferred it into this. It looks like this. If it is not available, then you can skip it. This is actually optional. Now we'll start making guacamole, which is a Mexican dish, and there is no heating and no frying, nothing involved, and it's a very healthy dish, and it is also very easy to prepare, and most importantly, it is delicious. So first of all, you have to take this avocado. It has to be a ripe avocado. Now one I have already cut, and we have to scoop that inside part of the avocado. So I'll do that here. And now you need to just turn it like this, and then it opens like this. There is a seed inside, and then whatever is there inside, this is the material that is very creamy, and it is very tasty, and it is full of polyunsaturated fats, which is very good for our heart. And I'm going to scoop it out. So this is done. The seed is not required, so I'll remove the seed, keep it here, and then scoop all this and put it in a bowl like this. Now, next thing I'm going to do with the jalapenos. So these are the jalapenos. Now I'm going to cut into very small pieces. If it is too too hot, if you don't want to have very hot guacamole, then you can remove the seeds from that. Here I am not going to remove the seeds because we like it little spicy. So I'm going to cut it into very small pieces like this. I have taken 2, but I think only 1 is enough. Otherwise, sometimes it becomes too spicy. It has to, we have to cut into very small pieces. Yes, it is done. And then this has to be transferred into this. Next is this garlic. Garlic has to be scraped like this. Garlic gives it a very distinct garlic smell, but I am only adding, if you want to add, you can add more garlic pods. I am adding only 1. Next it is just 1 onion. This also has to be cut into very small pieces. Recently I have learned to prepare this dish, and once I tasted it, it is extremely, it's delicious, And you can have it with you can have it as a dip, or you can have it on toast. You can add it to toast and then it can be had, and then you can add your own, as much as salt or whatever thing or that is required. It makes it very tasty. Now cutting is done. I'll just remove this. Now we have to add 1/2 of lemon into this. I'll just do it once more so that all the juice comes out. If you want your guacamole to be little more sour, you can add little more lemon juice. You can add 1 lemon if you want. Next, I will add some of these roasted peppers. These are red, yellow, and green. So I'm adding all that into this, and then how much ever salt is required. This is our normal salt, so I'll just add half teaspoon of salt, and half teaspoon of pepper, freshly grounded pepper. You can see the pepper on top of this. I hope it is visible. Pepper. The quantity of the pepper depends on you. If you want it to like that peppery smell, okay. So that's it. So the ingredients are all done, and now we have to just mix it. Everything together, mix nicely. I can actually use a fork to mix it. And just look at that. Wow, it's wonderful. This is a Mexican dish that if you go to a Mexican restaurant, you will find this guacamole, but many of you wouldn't have thought that it is so easy to prepare, and it's delicious. At the same time, it's very healthy also. Now you can actually have it on a toast. You can have it a bread and then have this as a topping, and you can have it. Otherwise, if you are having rice crackers like this, you can top it with those. And you can have this, and I'll just have this. That is delicious. So that's it. Thank you. Bye.